Hi, and welcome to How to Use AI in Manufacturing or any workplace, really. These are practical ways to get started quickly, even if you've never used ChatGPT before. We'll be looking at using AI to streamline your internal communication, things like announcements, instructions, improving job descriptions and hiring communication with job descriptions that reflect your culture, expectations, etc. Supporting training and on-the-job learning, using your standard operating procedures, safety standards, and training materials. Onboarding support for new employees. This gives your new hires a safe and reliable place to ask questions, revisit material, and learn at their own pace. And finally, increasing team efficiency through knowledge access. You can make AI become a central knowledge assistant that basically allows anybody to ask it questions, and you don't have to bother your supervisor. Sound good? Let's get started. So we're here on chatgpt.com, and I'm using 5.2, but the version doesn't really matter. And there's lots of other AIs. There's great ones like Google Gemini, Microsoft Copilot, and Claude.ai. It's a good one. Check it out. And you could just start asking it questions like, write me a job description, write me an email, etc. But unless you train it, it's not going to sound like you. It's not going to know your company values or standard operating procedures. So I think it's a good idea to just create a new project. And this one's going to be Suitor Computers, which is a fictional company I just made up and generated a bunch of these documents ahead of time. So now I could say, here's Suitor Computers company docs, learn them. And we'll just start there. Add files. And I have a bunch of their documents, their Word files, just a combination of lots of fun things. So I'll hit open. And once this is done uploading, there it goes, we can send it. So now it's already done reviewing it. It's kind of got a good summary of what these things are. Awesome. But now we can start having a little bit of fun with it. So now let's use this for internal communication. Let's say I want to write an announcement for my employees, letting them know that, hey, we're going to start building PCs for people that are brand new to PCs and custom built items. So I might say something like, write an announcement for internal employees that we have a new line of custom built PCs for people that aren't good with computers. Keep it simple. And it takes like 2 seconds. There we go. Now for this next prompt, we want to tell it you are an HR manager, because if we don't tell it that, it doesn't know what context in which to write. So by telling it that, it'll act as though it's a human resources manager. And here we're saying write a job description for a new position, include company culture and high expectations. That allows it to get a lot more specific, and it knows where it's coming from. It even tells you, here's a polished professional HR job description. Now, if this doesn't meet your tone of voice, you can actually give it some of your own writings by using the same plus button and say, well, I'm Mark, and here's a bunch of things I've written in the past, blog posts, things that you don't mind AI seeing, and tell it, write as if you are me, the HR manager. And then not only will it reflect your company values, it'll also sound a lot like you. Great. And it offers simplify this for a job board posting, etc. Pretty handy. Now, when it comes to training, you can actually share this project, kind of like a GPT chat. You can share that with employees, share, copy link, and actually send that to people. And given everything you've taught it so far, employees can ask the AI questions on entry-level stuff for new hires. If you really want to streamline things, you could actually tell ChatGPT to create an entire set of training materials, including worksheets, handouts, and basic Q&A for new hires to go through so that they have a bottom baseline of knowledge. So that might look something like this. As the HR manager, create some training materials with action items they need to complete to meet industry standards around working inside computers. And it'll do that. And you'll notice each one of these has action items for the new hire to complete and check mark. And you can tell it to generate this as a PDF or a Word doc as well. As mentioned earlier, you can support your employees that are being onboarded by just sharing this entire chat. Granted, you want to limit what the AI can access so it doesn't access any personally identifiable information. But if we set this to anyone with the link and copy link or invite it if you want to keep it a little more private, and then send that out, Your employees can come into ChatGPT and ask questions right there, and when they feel supported, retention improves. So you may already have an existing knowledge base, but this is a more interactive one. So you could feed it your entire knowledge base that may be internally public information, and then allow your entire team to collaborate on that same project. And then everybody can not only contribute, but also ask it questions. The nice thing about that is the AI learns more and more about your company, about you, your roles, your expectations, etc. So it makes everything a little more efficient and saves a lot of time on those back and forth type emails. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. This is Mark Suter. We'll see you next time.